welcome back everybody to my review of Season 2 of The Flash. So, the first season, like I said, started off slow, got very, very good. Now Season 2 picks up in a new place. This season, because at the end of the first season, it ends with the emotional cliffhanger of Barry Allen deciding not to save his mom, and they have a tearful kind of goodbye confrontation between each other. I thought that was very emotional. It almost made me cry. I'm not a guy who cries a lot watching television, but a few times in movies. So this season starts with Flash kind of being washed up. He's sort of just trying to repair the city from the big particle thing in the sky from the end of season 1. He's trying to repair all that. He's trying to fix things up. But meanwhile, the city loves the Flash. There's a drink named after him, like a coffee latte named after him at the CC Jitters coffee shop. They're gonna have a Flash Day. They're gonna give him the key to the city. But he's not sure about it. But he does decide to come. And when he does come to the ceremony, there's a villain that shows up, and he reveals that Zoom sent him to kill the Flash, because Zoom. Or else Zoom will kill this one guy. I don't remember the villain's name. He's some kind of... I have no idea what he was, but he's just some unmemorable villain from Earth 2 sent to kill the Flash by Zoom. So then that takes us into a whole new universe of Earth 2, which is an alternate universe, because when Barry kind of ran up in the sky and all that stuff happened, it opened up breaches to other Earths. There's Earth 2, 3... 4, there's 100 different other Earths. Supergirl's in one of the alternate universes, I know. So yeah, this season definitely opens up to a wider universe than just the Flash. There's more. This just brings it into a whole new thing. So yeah, as the series, I keep saying series, but as the season goes on, it's basically about Zoom trying to get Barry. There's a lot of trickery involved. Lots of things going on. They go to Earth 2. All in all, though, great show. I will get now into what I like about this season, because once again, the acting in this season is way stronger because everyone knows their characters. Everyone knows what they're supposed to do. They bring their A game every single episode. Namely, Grant Gustin. He's way stronger in this season than the first season, as his acting talent. The special effects, I'd say that the budget looks like it was maybe a little higher, and all of that is great. The story, though, is where it just is fantastic, because you find out in this season that, first off, once again, this has spoilers, you find out that Jay Garrick, who says he's from Earth 2, he's from the Earth 2 Flash, you find out that he is actually Zoom, the man trying to kill the Flash. His name's actually Hunter Zolomon. He got his powers through some kind of laboratory explosion, not a laboratory, but some kind of electrical explosion. He has a very cool backstory. You just have to watch. Definitely very cool villain. I would say he's not as good as Reverse Flash. Reverse Flash I like a lot more. I've even bought the Funko Pop of Reverse Flash over there. And this season you also get to meet Harrison Wells from Earth 2. He's not a supervillain this time. He's not Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash. This time, he's just a guy who started Star Labs, and it turns out that he's still kind of untrustworthy, though, because when he comes back to Earth 2, you find out his motives are that he wants to steal the Flash's speed to give to Zoom, because Zoom has his daughter locked up in his lair, I guess. So that's basically one of the big drama points of the show, of the season. God, I can't get that straight. This season also picks up the pace more with better villains. This season you get more Captain Cold, who's one of the best villains in the show. For me, I love Captain Cold, Reverse Flash, Zoom, and the Trickster. They are all fantastic villains. Gorilla Grodd, he's also interesting, but he's just a gorilla, not a big deal. Yeah, the villains in this season, they bring that to a new level of more stakes, more interesting character arcs for the villains. They're not just throwaway characters. They bring more to it. Also, I really, really, really enjoy the alternate universe things in this season. I watched the Supergirl Flash crossover on Supergirl. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that show, but I did like the episode because I think it's like takes place in between. It's like episode 21 of the Flash, or episode 19 or something. There's a moment where Flash goes into like a portal, and then there's like a little, there's like a maybe 2 second delay, and then he comes back out and he said, "I'm back." So apparently the crossover takes place right in that moment. I thought that was pretty cool how they slipped it in without having to have Flash fans know what that is. Thought that was a good way of doing it. Also the Arrow crossover in this season, I like when they fight in the first season, but I haven't seen that episode since it aired 2 years ago, so I don't really remember much about it. But the crossover with the villain from Legends of Tomorrow, I think his name is I just had to look it up, and his name's Vandal Savage. Anyways, he throws knives, he time travels. He's a cool guy, cool villain. I liked him a lot. The Trickster comes back in this season, which that was a huge plus for me because my favorite villain from the first season, I mean, other than Reverse Flash, of course, was the Trickster. Mark Hamill once again brings his zaniness and his crazy villain back to the screen. That episode was good, but he didn't have a lot of screen time. Captain Cold was also in the episode, which was cool. It was a Christmas episode, kind of fun Halloween I keep saying Halloween spirit, Christmas spirit. Yeah. So guys, overall, there's nothing not to like about season 2. I would say it was better as a whole than season 1. Season 1 was good, for 90% of the time, but this one's great for 100% of the time. There's never a dull episode. The whole thing's great. I don't know what else to say because even though I said some spoilers, I don't want to spoil the whole thing for you. The one cool thing for me is like at the end of the finale episode. I'm going to talk about that right now. The finale episode was very good because you find out that the man in the iron mask who's been tapping, he's locked up in Zoom's lair with at one point the Flash gets locked up in there, so same as Wells' daughter. There's a man in an iron mask locked up in a window, kind of this cell, and he's got an iron mask on. He's trying to communicate through tapping on the glass, and through the whole half season or so, you're like, who's this guy? Who's in there? He's a weird character, and you're like, what's in there? So in the final episode, they rescue him from Zoom's lair. They take off the iron mask, and they find out it's Jay Garrick from Earth 3, the real Jay Garrick. Not Zoom, who's pretending to be Jay Garrick, but the real Jay Garrick, who is a older man who's played actually by John Wesley Shipp, who also plays Henry Allen. But Henry Allen died, and it's revealed that Jay Garrick is the doppelganger of Henry Allen. It gets pretty complex in this show, in this season, with all the timeline stuff. Lots of time travel, lots of things like time remnants. It's very confusing, but it's also very, very cool. You just have to think about it a little more, and it's very, very awesome. You have to love it. And then it ends up that Flash does decide to go back in time because now he's lost both of his parents. Reverse Flash killed his mom, and Zoom killed his dad in the second to last episode, or last episode, I can't remember. And so he's had enough. He goes back in time and saves his mom, and then that's a setup for season 3, which I did see the first episode for, which is great. Anyways, guys, that's my review for season 2. I know it was a little bit flustery. Sorry about that. But it's kind of hard to talk about a whole season of a show because you have to think about everything that happened. I think I did an okay job of encapturing my thoughts on everything. So I'm going to have to give it another 10 out of 10 stars because The Flash it gets my thumbs up as a TV show. Damn good show, I won't lie. So go check it out. It's on Netflix now. You don't need to pay as much money as I did because I bought both seasons on Blu-ray and watched it there. They come with cool special features. So yeah. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Keep watching us. Stay tuned. Subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. and go watch The Flash. So thanks so much for watching Movie Maniacs. Me signing out.